Hello folks and welcome to the Rocky Mountain Crafter. Today I'm using Catherine Pooler products to make a winter birthday themed card. So I'm using the stamp set Snow-rific Party with matching dies, and it comes with happy birthday and have a Snow-rific birthday and these cute little snowman. And I'm using some papers from Wrapped and Better Not Pout. I haven't decided which papers I want to use, so I'm kind of pulling some papers from both sets and trying to figure out what it is that I want. And finally, I'm using some Vienna sequins, which are mostly red. And I'm just grabbing my all-in-one tool by We Are Memory Keepers, and I'm sticking in a piece of cardstock into there and the magnets that come with this tool, and I'm grabbing the precision platform that it comes with. So I want to stamp this all at once. I don't want to take each individual stamp out. So I take my ATG gun and I put some two-way glue on top of the plastic piece, and then I'm able to just pick up the whole sheet all at once. And that's exactly what I did there. And then you see me here inking it up and just getting that ink laid down. And I did have to do it twice. You can see where it didn't stamp perfectly on the inside of that upper snowman there. And some of the words weren't perfect, but that's why it's just like similar to a MISTI, that you can just keep your stamps in there and do it again and it'll be in the same spot if your paper didn't shift. Same idea. And here I'm pulling some colors. Party dress, Rockin red, suede shoes, hot tub, and twilight. And with my Tombow marker, I am just going to pick up some of that color. And I did put a piece of scrap paper under here because after I pick up color and I'm done with that color, we want to rub all the color off and then we can pick up another color. So you can use the same Tombow pen and just keep picking up colors. It's a wonderful way to maximize your dollars. You get one pen, you actually get three, I think, come in a package. And if you don't have Copic markers or any other kind of marker, so this is a wonderful thing that you can do without having to buy full sets of markers. So here I go into the blue, and same idea, I'm just coloring little bits at a time. I like my strategy here on his vest. So I just start at the top, and because the color gets lighter as you go, I start at the top and then I have like a gradient feel to that vest there. And then I'm opening up the dies and going to cut these apart first, of course, safely, and then put them on my one sheet. It's awesome to have this one sheet and not, oh, it's just awesome. I love it. I love the way that I'm able to do that and just do it all at once. And so I'm using the yellow tack tape, which is the best ever tack tape. And that's by Sizzix, and I'm putting it through my Big Shot switch, which is pink. I love it. You guys, I moved and I had this Big Shot switch like 4 months before I moved, but knew I was moving, so I never pulled it out of the box. And then when I moved and got my craft room set up, I've been using it. I've only been using it like for 3 days and I'm so in love. I love this Big Shot switch. No more cranking a handle. Oh, it's awesome. I love it. And it's pink. Who doesn't love pink? Okay, some of you might not, but I do. So it's mine. I own it. It's pink. I love it. And so I'm just taking off the best ever craft tape. That's what it is. And I'm pulling out dies that came in Club of the Month, Club Sursee by Catherine Pooler. And it's called Snow Globe Adventure dies. And this came with a matching stamp set, of course. But I'm going to do a snow globe for these little snowmen and make a little scene in the globe. And the Club Sursee is something that Catherine Pooler puts out every month, and you can subscribe to either a regular set, which is a stamp set and a die, or you can subscribe to the Deluxe set, which is 2 stamp sets and 2 dies. And this month, November, if you sign up, oh goodness, I think it's maybe by tomorrow. I hope we haven't missed the deadline. Maybe it's today, the 15th. There's an extra something in this month. So if you sign up for that, yeah, look for your extra something in the Deluxe set. And I will put all of these product links below. So I cut out my my globe in white there, but I'm deciding that I want this snowflake paper on teal for a background behind it. And so I've cut that out now too. And you know me, I got to make this a shaker card. So I'm just taking a piece of acetate here and I run that also through my Big Shot switch. Now it doesn't actually cut through. So it leaves this outline though. And when you are cutting with your scissors afterwards, you want to cut inside of the outline, not the outside. If you cut outside of the outline, it will hang over the edge. If you cut inside, it'll be just the perfect size. So then taking some liquid glue, I am just putting some liquid glue right around all the edges of that. And then when I put down that piece of acetate, it just fits in there absolutely perfect with nothing hanging over the edge. So just pushing that down and waiting for that to dry a little bit and looking to see how it's looking. So far it's coming real good. Next, I need to do a sentiment, and you guys are going to love me or you're going to hate me, but I needed to cut my words apart. So the words here on this stamp are wishing you a Snow-rific birthday, and that's in the Snow-rific party set. And then there's another little happy birthday also in the same set. And I needed to cut both of them apart because I want one line across the bottom of the snow globe that says wishing you a happy birthday. So I cut them apart. And I'm okay with that because you only live once and it's perfectly fine by me. So here I am just lining up those words, wishing you a happy birthday, and taking that precision press again by We Are Memory Keepers and picking it up in the bottom there and inking it up in black memento and just pushing it down. And I get a perfect impression the first time. So I'm real happy with that. That is exactly the look I was going for. And I'm just removing my magnets that were holding it in place and looking again at my little globe and my scene and trying to figure out where I want placement for these little guys. And once I have it figured out, I am just taking some glue. Now I do 2 dimensions here. I glue down some of the things in the scene flat right onto that teal snowy paper. Oh yeah, and I forgot to color the little noses orange. I also forgot to color the tips of the candles on the birthday cake. So I go back and I do that. And then with these 2 pieces, the cake and the birthday present, I put a little tiny piece of dimension on them so that they're popped up. Another reason to do this pop up inside of a shaker is that it will keep the acetate off of the back piece and it will keep your enough space in between the 2 layers for your sequins inside to shake around nicely. So if there's room inside a shaker for me to do 2 layers like this, I try to do it for that reason. And so this stuff here, you guys, oh, this stuff is amazing. It's by Scrapbook Adhesives. And I'm showing you here that if you take both the top and bottom pieces of paper off, that it bends, and it bends so nicely. Like it's not stiff at all, and it's so thin, and it comes pre-cut, and you just get a perfect it's just so nice to use. It's very user friendly. Again, I will link all of these products below. If you're on YouTube watching this, the products are linked below the video, and if you're on my blog watching this, it's linked below the post. And those sticky strips, they make it so easy, and that's part of why I love doing shaker cards so much, is because of the ease of use. So here I've got my all-in-one tool, and I'm pulling out these little pegs that come with it. Now it comes with 4, and they're stacked one on top of each other in sets of 2. So here I've just pulled out one of the sets. There's still another one in there, and I'm going to plug them into these holes at the bottom. And here I'm making a ribbon. So I forgot to show you guys, well, I didn't forget, actually, my video camera stopped because I was full of memory and just ran out and stopped working. But I didn't get to show you guys me putting the sequins in or me putting the shaker together, like putting the top on the bottom. And it has a red ribbon on it. And so I went back and wanted to show you how quick it was to make this little bow on there. And I did this video, this portion of it for you in real time, so you would understand how little time it takes to make an absolutely perfect, cute little ribbon in the all-in-one tool. And I just need to snip off the little ends here, and then that ribbon is done. So the shaker ends up with a red ribbon around it, and I just glued on a faux piece of ribbon, so just all the way across the shaker with my ATG gun, laid it down flat, and then this piece I used a glue dot. You see me putting them away there. And I just used a glue dot to put this bow on. So it's a faux bow basically. But there it is. And it is so cute. It is coming along. So cute. I'm loving how this is turning out. And now I'm just taking some papers from those sets, Wrapped and Better Not Pout, both 6x6 paper pads by Catherine Pooler, and trying to figure out what paper I want to use. So I pull a selection here, but I'm still not sure. But what I do know is that I want a white card, not a base, but a background. So I'm putting the shaker onto a piece of white, and then underneath the white is going to be a piece of patterned. So here I'm just cutting that piece of white paper in my We Are Memory Keepers mini trimmer. And here I've decided on the striped paper. So I cut that to standard card size, 5.5 by 4.25. And then I'm kind of laying the whole thing out and checking to see how it looks, and I'm happy with it. I did get some glue on, or not glue, sorry, it's ink, red ink, of course. Go figure. Very noticeable. But I have this little tool. It's a little sander by Couture Creations, and it just sands right off. You have to be a little bit gentle because you don't want to shred the paper, but it just came right off, not even noticeable at all. Taking some liquid glue, I am putting onto the back of that solid white piece and gluing that down to the patterned paper. And then with my ATG gun, I am just using that to put glue onto the little shaker globe and put that down onto the center of the card. And this has come along nicely. And then I pull a pre-made card base by Photoplay. I love these card bases. They are just so easy to pull out and score and put your background onto, and no fussing and mussing with cutting and scoring yourself. And that's it. The card is done, you guys. Look at this cute bow. There's just something about a real bow that just makes a card. And the way that this snow globe just ties in a winter birthday with these kind of Christmassy feel snowman and the background candy cane striped paper. You guys, I thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on my blog at therockymountainCrafter.com. Take care and have a wonderful week.